Most hip-hop fans know the notorious organization BMF, or the Black Mafia Family, and its founders, brothers Demetrius Big Meech and Terry Southwest T Flannery. BMF was one of the most influential crime families in the country, raking in over $270 million during their run. After the Flannery brothers dominated their hometown of Detroit, the crew took over Atlanta in the early 2000s, expanding their empire and joining the city's thriving hip-hop scene, throwing legendary parties in popular A-Town clubs. They crossed paths with rappers such as Jeezy, Jay-Z, T.I., Fabulous, and others, and eventually founded their own label, BMF Entertainment. In 2005, their empire came crashing down when over 30 members of BMF, including the Flannery brothers, were arrested in a massive DEA drug raid. But that's a story for another day. Today, BMF's memory is alive and well. Not only is their rise chronicled in the hit Star series BMF, but rap's biggest names are shouting out the crew in their music. In honor of BMF Season 3 premiering March 1st on Stars, here's a look at some of the best BMF-related lyrics in hip-hop songs, with some insight to their meaning.
Grew up watching BMF take over, free Big Meech and shit. On IG with the bag, they come around me on some lethal shit.
When Meech and his BMF crew took over the Atlanta hip-hop scene, they flexed their expensive lifestyles and drug-dealing success. A young Durkio would have known about their impact and legacy via the many BMF stories that flooded hoods everywhere, and their involvement in the music game. Atlanta artist Jeezy told the story of how Meech once took 300 people on a trip to Cancun in a chartered commercial plane.
OPF look like the new BMF. Think I'm deaf, got stones in my right and left.
On Heatin' Up, a 2020 collabo from Atlanta natives Gunna and Lil Baby, Gunna says 4PF look like the new BMF. Gunna was explaining that Lil Baby's record label 4PF, also known as 4 Pockets Full, is starting to move through Atlanta like how BMF and their sometimes 100+ entourages move through the city.
Told them I needed some help. They looked at me like they was deaf. We tried to be like BMF, but niggas was out for theyself.
Atlanta raised 21 Savage rapped this line on G Herbo's 2020 song By Any Means. Savage was describing how his crew tried to be as successful as BMF was in the streets, but couldn't pull it off because the members were just out for themselves. The Flannery brothers had a falling out in 2004, and the relationship allegedly remains broken to this day.
Selling my shorty and towing that 40, we moved through the city like BMF. Rides in the chain like the rider that sang on these different them bitches, they VVS.
Philadelphia rap star Meek Mill name-dropped BMF on his 2016 song Offended. Meek was talking about how BMF spread through their hometown of Detroit, quickly taking over, as they later did in Atlanta. Meek was beefing with rapper The Game before the record came out. The Compton rapper believed Meek had snitched to police on who robbed singer Sean Kingston. Meek denied the allegations and went at The Game for calling him out, and The Game responded with 2 diss tracks. This led to Big Meech himself stepping in and sending a message to Meek from behind bars. Big Meech offered some wisdom, saying he didn't want to see the young rapper crash and lose everything that he worked so hard to get.
When the story gets told, it's gonna be BMF. This shit sound hard, it wasn't made easy.
In his 2023 song, Thank God, Travis Scott had the line, when the story gets told, it's gonna be BMF. LaFlame was referring to how when his historic life story finally gets told, it'll be big enough for a TV show. Similar to how BMF's real story is now a successful show on Stars, executive produced by 50 Cent.
A bitch out in Atlanta eating them peaches. A bitch got more bars than with Big Meech's.
It's not just the fellas who are inspired by BMF's legacy. Nicki Minaj compared herself to Big Meech in her 2017 collaboration with Lil Wayne, Changed It. In September of 2008, both Big Meech and Southwest T were sentenced to 30 years in prison. T has since been released, while Meech is currently locked up at FTC Oklahoma City, with an anticipated release date in August of 2028.
Teacher asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up, I stood up and told her Big Meech. My mama ain't had much and I wasn't good in no sports, so you know I had fell to the streets.
On Lil Baby and Lil Durk's 2021 collabo song, Who I Want, ATL native Lil Baby rapped this line, expressing his inspiration from BMF at a young age. Baby himself dabbled briefly in selling drugs before becoming a rap star, and having his own major impact on the streets of ATL.
Where were you when Big Meech brought the tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin.
When Pusha T rapped this line on his 2018 track, If You Know, You Know, he was showing how fake others were by highlighting that they weren't around Big Meech during the height of BMF's ATL run. Around this time, Meech threw a jungle-themed birthday party at the famous Atlanta strip club Magic City and brought out 2 real tigers for the occasion.
Yeah, last time they seen the shit was BMF. I know Big Meech and J-Bo, they was there. I know OG India and Sugar there. Yeah.
Atlanta native Future spits this line on his 2015 joint record with Drake, Plastic Bag. With this lyric, Future explained that no one besides BMF impacted the Atlanta strip club scene like he has. During BMF's ATL run, Big Meech's second in command was J-Bo, and the crew's legendary strip club parties were attended by popular dancers of the time.
I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work, hallelujah.
Perhaps the most well-known BMF lyrical name drop is Rick Ross's 2010 track, BMF, Blowing Money Fast. The lyric, I think I'm Big Meech, on the song's chorus refers to Ross feeling as big and powerful as Meech was in his prime, commanding respect while earning hundreds of millions of dollars as part of the BMF syndicate. The phrase blowing money fast means spending money extravagantly, which BMF did like no other, with legendary parties, exotic cars, and expensive jewelry. BMF's reign was legendary. The stories of the crew and their impact have lived on through the years, and hip-hop has continued to be enamored with the Flannery brothers. As the legend of BMF grows through television and film depictions of their reign, future generations learn their story, ensuring BMF will be a part of hip-hop history for years to come.